There we go. So I want to start off with this first thing of getting to the point of explaining to clients, okay? Because obviously you've got potential clients everywhere. Anyone you talk to, in my eyes, and this was for me as well, is a potential customer, is a potential client. And the fact that someone is asking you what hypnosis is like, for me, the way I label that experience is there's a bit of curiosity, or there's enough curiosity where they're wondering what it is, because probably behind that they've got something they can work on. Okay, so I start to think in the weird side of things. If a client's starting to ask, what does it feel like? What is hypnosis about? I want to stop telling people what it is. Okay, I do not want to tell people what I feel about it, what it is, how to explain it. For me, there's no point.
No, because what you do is you put them into trance, and then
yes. Okay, so the first thing to do in this side of things is understanding when a client says to you, what is hypnosis? What is it about? Even if they say, I have no idea about hypnosis, that's why I'm asking you, they will have a preconceived idea about what they think it is.
Yeah.
Okay, which means that they're coming to you in a stuck mindset.
Yeah, I've actually heard something that was really good. Was James Tripp, who is a hypnotist in the UK.
Yes, I know James Tripp. Yeah.
And he said, in one of his stuff, he actually says that you ask somebody, have they ever experienced hypnosis? Because if you go, have you ever had hypnosis done to you, means that someone's trying to do something to someone else and it's not his. So I thought that was really cool that you can go, have you ever experienced it? And they go, that's cool.
It just has a different loaded presupposition in it. And I think those little changes you can make to your language, I 100% agree, can take you from just ordinary therapist to something more extraordinary. Yeah. It's like when we say, what do you want to work through tonight, compared to what is it you want to work through? What do you want to work on, compared to what do you want to work through?
Yes.
It's not a big change in language, but it's enough for the unconscious mind to pick up on that extra presupposition and cut through all the bullshit, so to speak. Okay. So let's say I'm some person, I'm a potential customer that comes up to you, like that story you've given me before, and someone says, what is hypnosis? What does it feel like? The first thing I want you to do, as just if I was going to give you steps for this, would be to explore what they mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So when someone comes to us and says, what is hypnosis? What does it feel like? The automatic thing I want to do is start questioning, because we know what questions do, right?
Yeah.
They put someone into trance.
Yeah.
So we can actually start being hypnotic with our first interaction, with our first thing that comes out of our mouth, can tend towards being more hypnotic rather than being a reactive chat, which is more, I'll tell you something, you tell me something, I'll tell you something, you tell me something.
Okay.
So let's say someone came up and said, what is hypnosis? What could be an opening start to a hypnotic conversation by asking me a question? What sort of question would be best at this point? And also, I should add to that, and it has to fit a normal social context.
I know. Okay, I know. You just, otherwise you think I'm just going to come out with some real bizarre.
I was waiting for the mind-bending language.
And I was going to. I
know.
What does it mean to you?
Excellent.
So yeah, what's it most like? What do if someone said to me, what does hypnosis feel like? I would probably say, have you ever experienced it? And see, just for a quick yes or no.
Excellent.
Hopefully they'll go no, and then I'll go, what do you think it would be like?
Excellent. So that's definitely the road that I would take as well. But there's actually one more little question we can add to the very start of that.
Okay.
And it's a very basic question, and I can guarantee you've asked this question through your entire life on multiple occasions.
Mine's a drink.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah, and it's really basic. There's nothing hypnotic about it, but the intention has everything we need inside of it.
Yeah, because it's driven by intention.
Of course.
So, what am I going to say? What am I going to say to you? Hi, can you tell me what?
Yeah, Simon, what does hypnosis feel like? What do you? I don't know what hypnosis is.
Glad you asked me that hypnosis. Glad you asked me that question. Would I? I know I'm not even going to go down the road of echoing because it's a question. What would I say? The hell would I say to them? What's it like? That's jolly good. Oh, I would probably, could I?
Mm-hmm.
No, it isn't the right answer, but it's probably something that I would do. Glad you asked me that question, because, and then would I do the sort of like pre-framing of fun and all that sort of thing, give them
You
a
could.
5 minutes, not 5 minutes, a couple of minutes. What is it? It's very individual.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't even say that because it's not really a question. Why do you want to know?
Well, we're getting close.
Oh, we are, aren't we?
But do you see how, let's pause right there, that question is fitting into a better frame rather than priming them straight away?
Yeah.
Because
so
remember, if you're priming straight away, you could be priming a closed mind, and what's the point of that?
Absolutely. Yeah, fair enough. So why? What makes you interested?
Or even better?
Is it for you?
Maybe.
Because
Even easier than that.
Even easier than that. Why?
What type of question could you ask someone that would promote them to give you more information?
Oh, it would be an open question.
Mm-hmm. Which would sound like?
Which would sound like... hang on a minute. It would sound like... Yeah, it would sound like... Hang on. No, it wouldn't. It would sound like... okay. How? Is that there hows and whens? How, when, how? No.
It could even be a what.
Do what? It could be. What's happening now? That's an open question. What's the problem? No. What's in it for me? Ever the Joker. What? No. Whereabouts? How? When? Why? How? When? Why? What? But it's going to open it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why? When? Where? What? What?
Just think your only purpose right now with this question is to find out more information. You need to gather and collect more details so you know where to go next. So what question would tend to give you those answers? Or what style of question, more likely?
It would be, well, style would be, as you say, open, and it would be, so why do you want to know? What do you want to know for?
So let's look at that question really quickly. It's important. Do you see by asking what do you want to know for, you're already going for an outcome?
Yeah.
You're going towards a destination. We don't even want to do that yet.
Oh, shit.
Because we know what happens when we focus on the destination, right? We get caught.
We get, absolutely. So why can I, so why do you want to know? Is it for you? Is it for you? So is it?
So there you're still heading towards a destination.
I am. I don't want a destination.
Do you see how subtle those little language inflections can be by just asking not the wrong question, and it's not even an inappropriate question, but it's the wrong time to ask that style of question. Do you see how easily it can happen?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And this is the same inside your therapy office. All it takes is one end destination question, I like to call them, that can turn everything pear-shaped.
Shit. Okay. So,
what normal question do you ask when you're confused about something?
Oh. What question do I ask when I'm confused about something? I normally just give them a statement. I have no idea, but
you're actually getting close. But how could you frame that as a question? If you thought that to a client when they said, "What is hypnosis about?" and you think in your head, "I have no idea what you mean by that question," how could you respond?
How would I respond? Oh, well, no, you'd respond. Shrug the shoulders. But
yeah.
That's not...
So what is that? What is shrugging the shoulders with a question? Real simple. You're gonna slap your head again when I tell you.
No, I'm. Come on, it's these don't bode well, do they? When you start recording me, all you get is like 6 hours of me just going.
Hey, this is where all the learning is. This is how you'll create your own constructs of hypnosis. There's nothing I could teach you that's better than what you're doing right now.
This is the best way.
Yeah.
So right, shoulders. I have no idea. What? What do you think it is?
See, that's an end destination question. You're getting close. The language is there.
What?
Would you like me to relieve you of the stress?
Go on.
So if someone comes up to us and says, what is hypnosis about?
Yeah.
The instant question I want you to ask them is, what do you mean?
Oh, behave.
Do you see how we're not even going for a destination? We're finding out more information.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I said that and you just ignored me.
Okay. What I want you to think is, I want you to act dumb. Why? Because by asking, what do you mean? Or I'm not quite sure I understand the question. I mean, how often have you heard me say that during the seminars? I've said, I'm not understanding the question. Is because I do understand it, but I want to know what's the thinking behind it.
Yeah, well, you want to know what they actually mean.
Yeah. Well, there's no point me telling you what I think because that's not doing you any justice.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I learned when I was learning hypnosis, the best teachers I had were the ones where I'd ask a question or someone in the crowd asked a question and the trainer would say, I don't know what you mean. Please, you got to clarify this a little bit more. Rather than the trainers that would start to exercise their own authority and tell them everything about them and what they think, that doesn't serve our students any better.
No.
So by acting dumb, which is my favorite because it comes quite easily sometimes, especially when you're in a trance all the time, is by saying, I'm not sure what you're asking, what do you mean? And they go, well, what I want to know, is it about feeling relaxation or is it about feeling tired? Is it about going to sleep or is it about this? And I start to get clarification on a very ambiguous question.
Yeah.
Do you see how that works?
That is excellent.
Now, if you ask this question as well, something else to pick up on is when you're saying, what do you mean? Who now has control of the conversation, them or me?
You have control. Of
course. But if they come to us and say, what is hypnosis? And we start to justify almost like a little kid groveling to their parents because they've done something wrong to try and, get out of being, beaten as a child. The child starts to grovel and starts to try and weave his way out of it. Now I'm taking control of the conversation. I'm saying, hang on a sec. I don't know what you mean. Okay, and a client starts to clarify, starts to give me information, and then I can do the acting dumb sigh, which sounds like this. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, and I can even apologize and go, look, I'm a little bit slow today. Now I get what you mean. And now the clarification they've given me, I have all the information I need to use in my prime. Do you see how that works?
That is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to wrap your head around that because it's a very easy way not to get out of telling people what hypnosis is, but consider it like this. When someone asks you what hypnosis is, and you start telling them all it is, the history, what it can do, what it can't do, are they really going to be paying attention? Are they really going to be enthusiastic about what you're telling them? Or are they going to be thinking in their head, oh man, I should have asked another question because this is really boring?
Fair enough. Yeah. Second one.
Yeah. So I want you to act dumb, so to speak.
Okay, that's easy.
Okay, yeah. And give them that almost confused look on your face where you scrunch your eyebrows and go, I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Now, you can't be too condescending with it.
No.
So you've really got to act dumb and stupid to a point. We call this the hypnotic stupidity. And it's not because we're not paying attention, we don't want to answer them. I just want to find